What's going on, everybody? This is Joe, and I am here for another March of the Machine pre-release kit opening. As a reminder, I have opened more pre-release kits than anybody else here on YouTube, and I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon because, as you may be able to see from the background behind me, we are now into Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth territory. So we have been playing a bit of catch-up. We already opened our Phyrexia All Will Be One pre-release kits on this channel. So if you missed that, definitely go check it out. That was just before Lord of the Rings pre-release occurred. And now we are catching up with March of the Machine, and we should be able to roll right into then Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth for the openings. Also, if you missed our videos last week of us opening Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth at the actual pre-release for the event, I highly encourage you to go check it out. And the link should be up at the top right there for you. So like I said, I encourage you to go check that out. You saw all the packs. Here is the divider to divide your deck and your sideboard, all that fun stuff. So that is right there. And I love the colors for this set, the way that they show that off. And then the insert here for building a pre-release deck for newer players, so that they can learn the proper way to build a deck. They recommend 17 land. You can always, and then it says, when in doubt, ask for advice, which is absolutely correct. Ask the tournament organizers or the employees at the store or your fellow players. And then you have these cool, this cool insert with Quintorius and Chandra and Elspeth and Marchesa and Teferi. Really, really cool. So we'll leave that on the side. And then there is the insert, the promo pack with our code for MTG Arena. We'll actually be giving away a few codes to MTG Arena in this video, so don't you worry about that. We'll have those for you. And then, including this one, obviously. And then we have our promo foil rare, which is Omnath, Locus of All. If you are unfamiliar with this channel, my wife Amy loves her some Omnath, although she does not love this one because he has been Phyrexianized and corrupted, and he's not like as oozy as he was before. So yeah, that is a little unfortunate, but I have to say he looks pretty sick in foil. So I'll have to show this to her later and see what she thinks, because that's pretty great. I'm a big fan. And then the promo, or the, I guess the like additional card that's in here that you can't use in the event itself, which I think is very dumb, by the way, but is still in here, is a Goro and Satoru in foil. They're not always foil. In fact, I don't think I've opened any foils yet of these, but you can go back and watch those videos and prove me wrong, I suppose. It's been a little bit, but yeah, you can get these in alt art, you can get these in foil, and I assume you can get them in alt art foil. But we have a regular art in foil here, also with that, all that background. Looks pretty sick. I'm a fan. So again, cannot use this card, so irrelevant. And Omnath being all 5 colors, or at least, everything but black, sort of, kind of makes things a little bit more difficult, I suppose. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and start opening some of these packs. I also want to kind of separate here how we're doing the giveaways for the MTG Arena codes. So we'll do those throughout the course of the video. But here's our first pack. As always with these openings, let me know what kind of a deck you would make if you opened this kit at a pre-release. I'll be giving my opinions as well, but you all have the benefit of rewinding and going back and etc. To check over like what are some of our sick uncommons are, or like if we have a lot of duplicate like certain uncommons or commons and stuff. So we have a Disturbing Conversion, an Overgrown Pest, Unseal the Necropolis, Karsus Depth Guard. In the right deck, this card is very good. Eyes of Gitaxias, Converter Beast, Scroll Shift, Saiba Cryptomancer, Stormclaw Rager is our first uncommon, Change the Equation is the second, and Bonded Herd Beast is our transform card, or our flip card. It's flips into a Plated Kin Beast. I don't hate this card. I think it's pretty cool. Overall, I feel like this pack is a little low power level, which is a little disappointing, but let's see what else we might be able to get here. Behind it, we have our Battle, which is the Invasion of Amonkhet. It is an uncommon battle, and it flips into Lazotep Convert. This one is fine, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's just fine. I'm not jumping for joy on this one. But our rare or mythic is a Sunfall. Very, very good card. In mono white, so doesn't, we can try to figure out where we're going from there because of that, but Sunfall, a very, very good card. And behind Sunfall, I believe we have a foil, because there's a lot of cards left in this pack. Wow. Oh, right, of course. There's the Legends. Silly me. There's the Legend slot with Valduk, Keeper of the Flame. It's an uncommon legend. It's fine. Again, we're not looking at heavy equipment yet, but I guess it's possible. And then behind Valduk, we have a Blossoming Sands, so no foil. I was wrong. A Blossoming Sands, which is a good land to have, and an Incubator token, which of course flips into a Phyrexian. Interesting. Okay, pack number 2. Sunfall, a very nice open. Obviously, we have Omnath. We have not seen, we got the Blossoming Sands, but we haven't seen a lot of, fixing yet. Placid Rottentail. This deck, the white-green +1/+1 counter deck, is definitely my favorite deck in the format. You can go watch some of our live streams where we were live playing Arena, and that deck did very, very well for us. Placid Rottentail, a great include in that deck, by the way, if you didn't get why I was bringing that up. Dreg Recycler, War Trained Slasher, Halo Charged Scob, Oculus Whelp, Halo Hopper, I know Amy loves this little guy as well. A Sigiled Sentinel, not a bad card. Even if you're not in the Knights deck, this could absolutely get in. It's a 3-mana 2/2 backup 1 Vigilance. And again, in the +1/+1 counter deck, backup very, very helpful. Seal from Existence, incredible removal spell. So white looking quite nice for us. And it's our first uncommon. Surge of Salvation. I'm not as much in love with this card, but it is a white card, so if we are going white, it's in our colors. It's something we could consider, but it would probably be a 23rd at best, to be honest. And we have Seraph of New Capenna. Don't worry about the black activation cost, because it could also be paid with 2 life, and this is a very, very good card that flips into a Seraph of New Phyrexia. And again, then becomes black-white, but still, I would absolutely play this card. We're looking to play white. We don't have to play black for it, although if black is good enough, why wouldn't we? But still, very, very nice. And then behind it, our Battle, as you saw, is the Invasion of Pyrulia, which flips into the, why would I do it that way? The Gargantuan Slabhorn. Again, this one's fine. Trample and Ward 2 seems pretty sick. We're not really in those colors, and I don't think this immediately pulls us into it, but still. Behind it, our rare or mythic is a mythic in Chandra Hope's Beacon. Very, very nice. If we could play her, why wouldn't we? That's pretty sick. She is 6 mana, but she's the mythic planeswalker in the set. Cares about instants and sorceries, so that would be something we would look out for. Very nice. Behind Chandra, we have our legend as Furia, Judge of Valor. Single white pip, double black pip. So even if we were white and something else, splashing black wouldn't really be an option for Furia. A great card, but definitely not one where I'm like, oh my god, I have to be in Orzhov colors now. Behind Furia, we did have a foil. It kind of peeked out there for a second. It's a foil uncommon in Herbology Instructor. That foiling pattern is cool, right? Seems okay. The Instructor itself, not, nothing to write home about, but still. And I mean in foil. And then it flips into a Malady Invoker, which is Very cool. I do not see the foiling pattern very well on this one, though, unfortunately. Trying to get like actual foil shine and not just glare, and I'm not seeing too much. That's unfortunate, because like the colors on this are great, but like not really working here for me. Not gonna lie. Interesting. Not a bad card either, but still. Behind it we have a mountain and a Teferi Akosa of Zalfir emblem. Very nice. Okay. I don't hate that. Hey, I mentioned we were giving away MTG Arena codes. Now, I said we'd be giving away a number of them. We'll be giving away 3 in this video, and there will be more in the videos to come. Just as a reminder, this is 1 code per account on MTG Arena. So if you have already used a code from a March of the Machine pre-release kit, then this code will not work for you, even if no one else has claimed it yet. But this is our small way of saying thank you to all of you for watching our stuff, for enjoying it. Please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so that you will get notifications whenever any of our videos come out or whenever we go live. I mentioned it earlier, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later in the video. So, I mean, so far, a Mythic, Board Wipe, and an Omnath are our rares and Mythics that we have so far. A Mythic Planeswalker, I should specify. We have Seed of Hope, Consuming Aetherborn, Wren's Resolve, Meeting of Minds, love that art, Vengeant Earth, Alabaster Host Intercessor. If we're in white, this card definitely gets in. Very, very nice. A Flywheel Racer, a Chomping Kavu, also has backup. Very good. Phyrexian Gargantua is our first uncommon. We have a Sandstalker Moloch. I do not like this card. Obviously out of the sideboard, if it works against your opponent who is playing blue and or black, then maybe it's incredible. But for the main deck, not the card I want. And a Tarkir Dune Shaper. This card is incredible. Obviously, its activation cost is in green, so when I was talking about playing all those white-green decks, this card was very good in that deck. It would still be pretty good even without the green, like if we wanted to go white-red, for example, with Chandra. I would still put this in. And it flips into a Burnished Dune Stomper. Very nice. A 4/3 trample. Behind it, as you saw, we have the Invasion of Urgamon as our battle, which flips into the Truga Cliff Charger. Okay, interesting. I don't know if this is one of the, like, good ones. No, not really. I mean, obviously, if you're, like, heavy battles, then this card is helpful, but otherwise, this really isn't the one. But obviously it's a Gruul card, and that's what the Gruul deck wants to be doing. So, behind it, we have our rare or mythic, which is... Oh, okay. Well, it's our rare alt art in Errant and Giada. Very nice. Got to show this one to Amy as well. Obviously, we have reviewed the stories from Streets of New Capenna, not yet from March of the Machine. We will get there once we literally get our house in order. But Errant and Giada, a very cool character duo to be in this set. So very nice, and a very cool card as well. And then behind it, our legend is Tetsuko Umizawa Fugitive. This card, if you have the 1 toughness or 1 power creatures, this card can be very, very powerful. Otherwise, it's kind of, you have to like build around it, but still. Behind Tetsuko, we have a Plains and one of the stand-in cards for a flip card, for a double face card. Next pack, we are halfway through this kit. I don't think Errant and Giada make it in the deck, although, like I said, a nice card to have opened. We have an Etched Familiar, a Red Cap Heel Slasher, backup 1, very good. Expedition Lookout, whoops, sorry. We have a Skittering Surveyor, if we were splashing, which I don't think we've seen a need or a potential for yet, then this card could get in for that. We have a Furtive Analyst. Kithkin Billy Rider is an incredible card in the +1/+1 counter / backup deck. The bigger this thing gets, the more destructive it gets because it has double strike. So very, very good card. Corrupted Conviction. Surge of Salvation again is our first uncommon. A Joyful Storm Sculptor is the second. And an Astral Wingspan is the third. Interesting. And so our next, or not our next rare mythic, sorry, we did not get a flip Phyrexian, so I guess that means it's our rare, if I remember correctly. Which means, oh no, I was wrong. We just have 4 uncommons. Cool. So we have a Not Vold Hermit as our flip card, which is an uncommon, and flips into a Chrome Host Hulk. Very cool. This one's pretty good. I like it. And so with that, then I guess I was mistaken. It means that we have a rare battle, which, as you saw, is the Invasion of Gobakhan. Rare battle, very cool. And then it flips into a Light Shield Array. I flipped that very strangely, so I'm going to have to flip this back upside down again. But yeah, this is an interesting one. So behind Light Shield Array, sorry, we have Lurrus of the Dream Den. The alt arts that they have done on these legends is incredible. Or not the legends, the companions, excuse me. I mean, the legends in general, sure. But the companions especially, these arts are nuts. I love it. So, so good looking. And hey, it could be played for double white, so if we're in white, why not? Invasion of Gobakhan, also mono white. Behind Lurrus, we have a foil common in Ichor Drinker, the Phyrexian vampire. Interesting, the foiling pattern not jumping out at me is like insane or anything, but cool, I suppose. Behind the Ichor Drinker, we have a Scoured Barrens, which could help us splash black. We have seen a couple of interesting black cards. Obviously, Lurrus could be helped by this, but we don't need it, obviously. Lurrus could be mono white and it would still be fine. And a Phyrexian Hydra token, 3/3 lifelink, very cool. Next code for MTG Arena. As I mentioned, 1 code per account. Obviously, we would love it if you would shout it out in the comments and say, hey, that first code worked for me, or the second code worked for me, so that your fellow viewers know not to waste their time on those codes. And then you can try for other ones. Don't forget, we have more codes to give away in future videos next week, the week after as well. So stay tuned for that. Even if you miss all 3 of these, there will be at least 3 more next week and at least 3 more the week after. It will probably be more. And don't forget, we are live every Monday and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on this channel. Mondays, we play MTG Arena, and Fridays, we play whatever video game we happen to be playing at the time. This Friday, we will be continuing our playthrough of God of War, the new one from 2018, I believe. Very, very cool game. Been a lot of fun. Ral's Reinforcements to start. Protocol Knight. Again, this does not need to be in a Knight's deck for this card to be good. Very cool. Atrax's Fall. Definitely more of a sideboard card, but you could probably mainboard it and hit like a battle or a creature with flying pretty easily. We have an Etched Host Doombringer. Volcanic Spite, nice burn spell. Very nice. Attentive Skywarden. I mean, it's a 2/2 flyer for 3. Obviously, the Incubator token thing could come into play or it could not, but I would consider putting this in even if we had nothing that made Incubator tokens. Obviously, we have Sunfall, by the way, so that's something, but that's a weird 2-card combo. Another Halo Hopper, a Golden Scale Aeronaut. It's backup 1, it's flying, it's mono white. For the deck that I'm looking to build, it definitely gets in. Shivan Branch Burner is our first uncommon. A Zalfirin Lancer is the second. This is a 3-mana 3/3. Even if it has no other text, this is a pretty damn good card. It would probably be towards the end of my considerations for a mono white deck, because I'd rather get like backup cards and removal spells and stuff. But still, 3-mana 3/3 is a solid body, solid creature. It would definitely like come close to making the cut for sure. And another Tarkir Dune Shaper, which, as we saw, flips into a Burnished Dune Stomper. Very nice. And then our battle, as you saw, is the Invasion of New Capenna. We have seen some interesting white-black, for sure. And, I mean, exiling something when this enters, you'll have to sack something, but still, a very interesting ability. And it flips into a Holy Frazzle Cannon, which is actually very good. This card is very, very good. It cares about other creatures that share a creature type with it. Like, that's just going to happen randomly and helpfully. And you can kind of look at your creatures when you decide what to equip this to for 1 mana, by the way. This is a very, very good card. I like this a lot. So, I mean, we already have that 1 land that could help us make black. That might be enough to try to splash this. I'd have to see. And so our rare or mythic is a Boon-Bringer Valkyrie. This kit is disgusting for mono white. Holy crap. I mean, obviously we could put a second color in, but what color? I mean, Boon-Bringer Valkyrie, very, very nice. Holy crap. It's got backup. It's a 4/4 flyer for 5, and it's got First Strike and Vigilance as well, and backup gives flying First Strike and lifelink to whatever it gives the counter to until end of turn. Insane, this card. Insane. Behind it, our legend is a Quende, Pride Ephemeref. Notably, not the best card in the world, but it's mono white, and it's a 2/2 double striker for 4. So again, +1/+1 counters with backup, etc. is very good on this. And any creature with First Strike has double strike. So if we end up with, I mean, obviously the Boon-Bringer Valkyrie gives First Strike, as well as if we are white-red, that red card, the Heel Slasher, gives First Strike as well and has First Strike. So maybe Quende gets in. Maybe we just go white-red, play our mythics, our mythic in Chandra, and our rares in Boon-Bringer Valkyrie, Sunfall, Luris, Invasion of Gobakhan. We can put Quende in there. Very, very cool. Behind Quende, we have a Blossoming Sands, which could help us splash green again. Didn't we have that one earlier as well? And an Incubator, again, into a Phyrexian. We have 1 pack to go still, despite the fact that we have so many sick rares in white, mono white. But yeah, we have 1 more code to give away. I promised 3. This is the 3rd and final. Shoutouts to the folks over at Champion. That's Champion Card Collector in Poughkeepsie, New York. They tend to sponsor us for many of the pre-releases. They're not sponsoring us for this video, but I still want to shout them out. They're great. You can check out our videos that we have done for them, and you can look them up online, because the people in the community over at Champion are the reason why we have these extra codes. Because you can only use 1 per account, as I mentioned. That's not our rule, that's Wizards' rule. And so for folks at Champion who go to multiple pre-releases or who don't play Arena at all, know that we give these codes away to all of you amazing folks that watch us. And so they gift us these codes. So you can thank them and shout them out in the comments as well. But yeah, just an amazing community of players as well as employees and owners over there. What a great store. We love it. We have a Ren's Resolve to start this final pack. Meeting of Minds, Vengeant Earth, Tenured Oilcaster, not a bad one. Thrashing Frontliner, if we were doing more battles, obviously this would be a good one. It might still get in. It's a 2-mana 2/2 with upside of any capacity, and if we're doing white-red, could absolutely make the cut. Might need some low curve cards. Converter Beast, Inspired Charge. Again, I don't hate this card. I don't love it either. It's only +2/+1, but it is absolutely a game ender if you have it at the right time. I mean, we talked about all these double striking creatures. So this would present an extra 4 damage for any double striker that you have. So that could absolutely close out a game if they're like, well, I just won't block this 1 double striker, and then they're taking 4 more damage than they expected. Could absolutely end the game. And if there's Quende and a lot of first strikers, could be a lot more than 4 extra damage, I tell you what. We have a Saiba Cryptomancer. Gift of Completion is our first uncommon. Wicked Slumber, I love these colors, is the second. And Mutagen Connoisseur is the third. So not a lot of help from our uncommons in this pack, but still. But it means that we have a rare battle, as we've learned, right? So our flip card is a Kenra Spell Spear, uncommon. Very nice. And it flips into, so this is the prowess thing? Yeah. It's got double prowess. Each instance of prowess triggers individually. So not a bad card, not really for this deck, but still, if we were trying to go red-blue and go with like Chandra, this would definitely be a great addition to that deck. Behind it, we have our rare, which is the Invasion of Kaldheim. Notably, mono red. And it flips into a Pyre of the World Tree. I don't think with the deck that we are looking at that this gets in. I mean, this art is insane, by the way. Can we talk about that for a second? But yeah, I don't know. With the white-red deck that we're looking at and that we're looking to build, I feel like we're going to be a lot more aggressive than this card wants us to be. Attacking a battle obviously detracts from killing your opponent, and then discarding lands to do 2 damage to any target is not amazing, but it's fine. It helps accelerate and stuff. I don't personally see it, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, as always. Behind it, our legend is Jury, Master of the Review, which is not a bad card, not for this deck, but still. We have a Thornwood Falls and another flip card, or stand-in for a flip card, I should say. So not bad. I mean, obviously, with a lot of those lands, we could have played Omnath if we really wanted to, but like I said, this kit seems like it wants us to be mono-white, but if it's not mono-white, it's going to be white-red, in my opinion. Of course, as I said, I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. But like I said, I'm going to be playing Chandra, I'm going to be playing Sunfall, Boon-Bringer Valkyrie, Lurrus of the Dream Den, Quende. Yeah, just amazing things, because this kit was very, very nice to us. So thank you for watching. I hope everybody enjoyed. Please let me know what deck you would make in the comments down below. Would you make white-red? Why not? If not, because I'm no expert, right? You can come watch us on stream on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern for Magic Monday, where we play MTG Arena Limited, and you will find out that I am not an expert deck maker by any means, but we have fun, we try our best. And so, like I said, we would love to see you there, but for now, from us here at the Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe, and as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody!